When I see the Make America Great Again, my comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them. So it's to teach us in the woke world to open up and accept the possibilities that our privilege has created blind spots for us. And we need to exhale and breathe in and allow an expansion of our experience and our minds to be able to say, maybe I haven't seen what is really happening yet in all my years.
The American dream ain't real, never was. It's a bedtime story they tell the poor so we don't wake up and burn the whole system down.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, Black Americans and African Americans, they are really waking up, and these people, they are realizing the awakening of black people in America. Now we saw that these people, when they were going to vote, majority of them, they voted for MAGA movement. These people, they supported DJT, knowing that DJT is going to make America great again. But right now, how they think it is going in America, majority of them, they feel like DJT lied to them, because these people, when they were going to vote, they voted against their own interests. These people, they voted to punish a minority group and black people. But right now, you can see the same punishment that they voted to punish others. It is the same punishment that is coming back, and it is punishing them. And that's why you can see how they are coming out and showing how they are furious. You know, these people, all they wanted is to see black people suffering in America, but right now they can't believe that they are also suffering from the same system that they created. So kindly guys, I want you to continue watching the rest of the video. Kindly remember to give our video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel.
When you say we ain't mad enough, I can't help but to wonder, who the fuck are we? Since the arrival of Christopher Columbus and the beginning of slavery, it really hasn't been a moment where Black Americans were not angry. So to be mad is an understatement. What the world has witnessed happening in Minnesota has been the Black American experience since the arrival of the colonizers. And I'm not saying this to demean the sufferings of any other race in the United States of America. It's just that when you say we ain't mad enough, again, who the fuck are we? Because being mad for many Black Americans is an understatement.
Let me make something very clear. The reason a lot of people don't have empathy for the I Left MAGA crowd is because y'all are still trying to rewrite the story. And guess what? We're not buying it. You want people to believe you voted for cheaper groceries, better jobs, tax breaks. No, you didn't vote for policies. You voted for a feeling. And let me say the part people dance around. You weren't tricked. You agreed. You agreed with the tone. You agreed with the direction. You agreed until it started affecting you. And that's the part people don't want to say out loud, because now it's, he lied. We didn't know. We were misled. No, people told you over and over again what this was. Not quietly, not subtly, but out loud and in your face. And every time you dismissed it. Things like, he's not serious, he's just talking, or it won't actually happen. So let me give you another line you might not like. You didn't leave MAGA. MAGA stopped working for you. That's why this feels different now. Not because something new was revealed, but because now it's uncomfortable. Now it's hitting closer to home, and now you're feeling it. And suddenly, you want grace, you want understanding, you want people to separate you from it. But that's not how this works. You don't get to help build something, defend it, excuse it, normalize it, and then step away from it like it had nothing to do with you the second it stops benefiting you. That's not growth. That's convenience. Real growth sounds like, I saw it, I ignored it, but I chose it anyway. Until that level of honesty shows up, people are going to keep looking at you sideways. Because this was never just about one man. It was about what people were willing to stand next to as long as they thought it wouldn't cost them anything. And now that it does, now we're supposed to clap because you're leaving? Not gonna happen. This isn't about punishing people forever, but it is about this. You don't get immediate trust. You don't get automatic redemption. And you definitely don't get to pretend you had nothing to do with it. You weren't fooled. You made a choice. And now you've got to own it.
Black people are lazy. And they are criminals, violent criminals. They unalive more people than anybody. Black people are the ones destroying the United States. If black people are the problem, then you show me black people that have hung any other race, dismembered their bodies, cut off their genitalia, put it in a pickle jar, and passed it down the family like it was a souvenir. Show me photographic evidence of black people hosing any other race while they're trying to vote, sicking dogs on them while they're trying to vote. Show me evidence of black people spitting on children as they enter into an integrated school. If black people are the problem, you show me a black-owned bank that used predatory loan practices in order to sell other people homes, and then because they didn't read the fine print, take their home away, and they have absolutely no equity. They robbed them blind. You show me black people who had a hand in redlining. Yeah, you can buy this house, but I'm going to move the property lines and I'm going to move the territory lines, so now your home is not worth anything. You can stay over there, but you ain't gonna make no money. If black people are the problem, you show me one plane, one ship, one port that a black person owns that moved in opioids and crack and cocaine that plagued the black community. Ah, wait. Since black people are the problem, you explain to me how a black person can do the exact same crime as a person and get 10 times the amount of time sentenced. Since we are the ones who are doing all the things. Since black people are the problem, you show me one piece of evidence of a black person that sit in a church with a whole congregation, had Bible study with them, prayed for them, and then pulled out an automatic weapon and shot and unalive multiple people and then got Burger King after. Since black people are the problem, show me proof of multiple black people shooting up a school and unaliving kids. Since black people are the problem, show me one situation where black people have used the bodies of people and did not pay them free labor or have them underpaid to the point to where it forces them into poverty. Show me a black person in the Epstein files. And I'm talking about a real black person, not a black person that wants to assimilate into white culture because they believe that white is right. Show me. I'll wait.
Supremacists have started creating edits in order to lure young white people into white supremacy. And when I say edits, I mean edits. Like, it's a racist caricature of a black person. That's how the video starts. And then it ends up with American eagles and screeching and showing beautiful or attractive white people. Here is an example of a video like that. As you can see, the point of this video is to demonize black people or brown people and to literally say white people are the best. It's the subtext of reading between the lines, and this type of video is getting pushed out like crazy. Literally, just look how many likes there are. I had so many of my followers tag me in this video saying, hey, like, you should make a video about this. And so if you are a parent and you have white children, you really, really need to make sure that they are not consuming this type of content. This is the way that white supremacists are fully indoctrinating young kids. White parents already teach their kids racism for the most part, but to see it explicit and glorified, extremely concerning, especially because social media is not going to prevent these videos from being shown. They enjoy pushing this content out. So please be mindful of what you're consuming, and if you see any racist edits like this, immediately do not watch them and report them.
That are in organizations that are absolutely white supremacy organizations should get our tax dollars because they decided to tear apart or attempt to tear apart our democracy. They are being rewarded. These are people that went through our criminal justice system. When people on that side of the aisle claim that they love law and order, they went through it. They either entered pleas of guilty or they were found guilty. And this president, on day one, his priority was not around racism. It was around doing things like letting them go and now putting money in their pockets. We haven't had one hearing on white supremacy. Yet when we look at things like the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the 9 worshipers who were murdered at the Mother Emanuel AME Church, the 23 people murdered in 2019 during the shooting at Walmart in El Paso, the 10 people murdered during the 2022 shooting at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. All of these were murdered by white supremacists who were empowered by the Republican Party's racist rhetoric and policies. This is the same party that wants to drag us back to the Jim Crow era. Some say that there aren't poll taxes, and I guess it's because they're not listing the amount of money. But when you tell somebody that they've got to go and pay for something, say, like a passport that costs over $100 in order to be able to vote, that looks like a poll tax to me. Some of y'all need to read up on your history books, the very same ones that the Republicans have decided that people should not hear about, because you don't want real history taught in our schools because you're afraid that it's going to hurt people's feelings to know that their ancestors were so savage that they would enslave black folk. You don't want them to understand why the 14th Amendment mattered then and it matters today. You don't want them to understand that when they draw these racist lines and tell black folk that they shouldn't have representation in this country, that it is against the Constitution. You want them to be ignorant so that they can sit up here and be your token for your mission.
Why do you think they're covering the sun? We're about to activate. We've already activated. And I love this comment so much. I wish I could pin it. We've already activated. Look what's going on. Look at what's going on. Think about how blatantly racist everyone is on the internet right now. Do you know why? It's because we're not complicit. We don't put our heads down anymore. I've been seeing so many videos of us literally physically fighting back when we've been confronted with violence. This is a new timeline. It's only been literally like maybe 60 years, 65 years since the civil rights movement. White people used to beat like they used to whip our ass. They used to hang us from trees like strange fruit. They were still eating us in the 60s. We don't talk about this. Literally, we experienced the most heinous things after the so-called slavery was abolished in the 1900s in this country. They stole our lands. They flooded us out. They burned and bombed everything. But now we're waking up. Even though they try to co-opt woke, they fucking steal and colonize everything we come up with. But we're all waking up and we're collectively getting on one band, one sound, and everybody's losing their shit. That's why they're coming out the woodworks, like saying, oh, and of course, you know, the president makes them feel like they don't have to hide anymore. But the fact that we have a voice to say something back, this is why I can't do it on here. But on my YouTube channel, I say the most vile stuff to these people. When they talk to me crazy, I go for the jugular because we are activated. And this is, I feel like right now we're kind of like in phase 1 of finding a voice, identifying ourselves as who we are. We're not centering any other ethnicities. We're not centering anyone else. And that's why other people losing their shit over that, because they're so used to being centered. We've never centered ourselves as Black Americans. We've always been super inclusive while being disrespected, disregarded, abused. We're like the kid that was constantly bullied, and now we're fighting back because we have been activated. And it is so fucking beautiful to see. What a time to be alive. I am extremely grateful to be alive to witness this. We are all living our ancestors' wildest dreams. To have autonomy, all of the things that they fought for, all of the things that they withstood, all of the strife, a lot of them did not survive. We are the ones that survived. It just makes me feel, I feel like I want to cry. Like, words can't describe. Like, we are the ones that survived. Do you know how fucking powerful that is? And this is phase one. And I'm saying this is phase one because we're starting to have the conversations. We're starting to fucking put our foot down. We're starting to embrace who we are fully. We ain't never, this is some new ass shit. This is some new age ass shit, and everybody's losing their fucking minds. I am so proud. I truly am. Phase two, I know I have an idea of what phase two is going to be, but I'm not about to say it on here. But we're going to start to gather in the physical and start working on phase two. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. We're activated. I'm so happy.
My point today is, well, not today, but at this moment, like, why does Black joy bother some white people? You ever notice how the group of Black folks, like, they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly it's labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real. It's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations. It's the freedom. It's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are. We still make something out of nothing. You understand? See, Black joy is like disruptive in certain people. It challenges. And where we're supposed to be broken and angry and silent, it's like loving, living, and celebrating. So it's not just confusion. It's threatening to a certain group of people.
I'm sorry to say it, but you know, a couple years ago, I was one of the people that was like, man, guys, not everything is about slavery, like you're reaching. And then I started learning history, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything goes back to slavery. I'll like look up like a law, I'll be like, where did this law come from? It's like, law was made specifically to keep white rich people in power and prevent certain people from voting. And I'm like, holy cannoli, goes back to slavery. Interesting. I was looking up Wall Street. You know, Wall Street used to be the base of a slave trade. Not necessarily surprised. Abraham Lincoln, the person that I was personally taught in school, like, ended slavery single-handedly. He actually, like, didn't even care about ending slavery, didn't care about equality really at all. It was completely politically motivated. Yeah, it all goes back to slavery, my guys. It's pretty crazy. Just start looking stuff up. Where did this come from? What's this about? Why did this start? Slavery. Holy cannoli.
Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House, you have both houses of Congress, you have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs, even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI, as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They've purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the left. You need to be mad at Donald Trump. You all have the country. You run every red state like it's already Project 2025. You won't let women have abortions in Texas. They're literally dying of sepsis. That's what you wanted. You wanted women to have only 6 weeks to get an abortion in Georgia. You got it. You wanted Texas to be a petri dish and a laboratory for every right-wing, anti-black, anti-gay, anti-trans idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella and COVID. That's what y'all wanted. You now have a paradise in Florida where you can get sick, cough on people, let them die of whatever disease you're carrying. It's almost like you've got the pilgrims again that can come and cough on all the natives and take them out. That's what you wanted. You got it. You wanted Florida to be that. It's that. You wanted the United States to be Florida. It's that. But yet you all are still so angry. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't mean to rant and rave, but I am genuinely trying to get to the bottom of what you all are so angry about. And I think I have a suspicion and I have a guess. What you all are angry about is that while you have gotten everything you wanted on the right, we on the other side won't give you love for it. We won't respect you for it. We won't hail you for it. We won't respect you and say, hey, we want to, have you at the Oscars. We want to fet you. We want to make you guys, we want to wrap our arms around you. You want us to embrace you. You don't just want to run us and tell us what to do and tell us what to think and tell us what to read and tell us what history we can have. You don't just want to tell us what to do. You want us to embrace you. What you really want is to sit at our table. You're mad because while you are running the country into the ground, you're destroying your own farmers with tariffs. You're destroying your own farmers by taking away their subsidies that used to go with USAID. You got what you wanted. They've ended the farm subsidies. These are the things y'all asked for. You got your big, beautiful budget. That's what you wanted. Trump gave it right to you. You got your permanent tax cut. You're still pissed because the left, the other side, the majority, we still cannot stand you. We cannot stand Christian nationalism. We don't want it. And because we will not say we want your Christian nationalism, we embrace your Christian nationalism. We like your Christian nationalism. We like you. Because we won't do that, that's why you're still mad. But guess what we're going to keep on doing? We're going to keep on being moisturized and unbothered, and we still not going to like it. We're never going to like Christian nationalism. We're never going to accept it. We're never going to be down with it. And our squad is bigger than your squad at the end of the day. We have the Boricuas. We got the Mexican Americans. They done woke up. They said, whoo, Lord, let's go ahead and go with these folks. We got the spicy whites. The spicy white folk are with us. They're with us, right? We got the Asian Americans who've woken up and said, whoa, we better be with them, right? Chinese Americans, they see you. Japanese Americans are like, you're going to do internment again? We see you.
South Koreans
are like, oh, we see you. Y'all gonna kick the South Koreans out. Now you're going to cry because Georgia's going to have a worse economy because you're not going to get to have the South Koreans teaching y'all to have those high-tech jobs. The South Koreans are like, oh, well, sure hate it. Africa's like, we're just going to do business with each other. We got BRICS. We don't need y'all. Tourists are like, we don't need y'all. The African Americans, the Caribbean Americans are getting together and said, yo, why are we fighting each other? Caribbean Americans are like, yo, we were y'all. We've been hip hop together. Let's go off. And you're mad at us because we do not want to be with you. This America you want, that's yours, y'all. You keep it. We don't want it.
Why does it feel like there is a full court press to get Black people's attention right now? It's coming from all sides. Everywhere I look, it feels like there are people who are trying to get their revolutions off the ground, and they keep coming to Black people to get us involved. But then when we remind them that this is not our time, we have a long history of protesting, fighting for civil rights for all people. We've been doing this for generations, and we collectively agree that this is not our time to be at the forefront. Yet nobody respects that. Nobody wants to honor that. Nobody understands where we're coming from. maybe not nobody, because I do see a lot of people who echo our sentiments and understand why we are saying what we are saying. But the ones who don't are mighty loud, and they're mighty arrogant, if you ask me. People quoting saying that you can't fight for freedom from the comfort of your couch. People saying, oh, you guys are gonna understand when it comes to you. People saying, hey, we know that you guys feel how you feel, but can you just put it aside for this one time? Can you let go of that sentiment for this one time and come back out here? Or people just getting angry, right? Just getting full-blown angry and just, again, laying the problems of society at our feet. I don't know how else to get this message across to anybody who does not understand where the Black community is coming from right now during this administration. This is not normal. We know that. And we understand that they have a playbook specifically designed for us if we get out there and start protesting. The things that these people are doing right now is exactly what they wanted to do in 2020. I believe if he had the power to do what he wanted to do in 2020, he would have also had the sentiment of the people behind him. Because when Black people step out to speak up, it is very easy to twist the narrative and make us the bad guy. Historically speaking, in this country, it has been very easy to do that. So once again, us resting right now, us not being out there right now, is bigger than just not wanting to be a part of the fight. It's more significant than just trying to win this revolution from the comfort of our couch. This is how we protect everybody during a time like this. Because if they were able to use us the way they want to use us right now, it would accelerate our descent into fascism. It would expedite all of this military stuff. It would expedite any and every attempt that this administration would make to send troops to whatever city they wanted to send. But because we are not taking that bait, you guys are safe. So when you come around getting upset at us for not being active in what's going on, when you come around trying to lecture us about how we need to be involved in what's going on, you are not paying attention to what's going on around everybody. And maybe if you stepped back and listened to us for once, you would see that the strategy has changed for a very specific reason.
So guys, I hope you have watched those compilations of video and you can see how white Americans, they are coming out and showing how they are frustrated, how they are scared, because right now they are saying that they are the ones who are really suffering, and yet they voted for Black people and minority people to be punished with the DJT policies. So right now you can see how they are coming out and starting blaming their own system, and also they are coming out and asking a lot of questions. Why are Black people not suffering? Because we know these people, they are the ones who went ahead and vote to punish others. You know, white Americans, these MAGA people, they've been voting against their own interests. These people that have been voting for racism, they have been voting to see other being punished. But this time round, God came through for Black people. So right now we are seeing that the same punishment that they voted for other Black people and minority people to suffer, it is the same punishment that it is coming back to them. And that's why you can see right now America economy, it is really crumbling. Right now things it is not the same in America, because we are seeing that we have been seeing a lot of videos of white Americans that have been coming crying they cannot even afford basic necessity. We have been seeing them complaining about the America economy right now, how life it is very expensive. You can see the groceries price, you can see the gas price. Majority of them, they cannot pay their house rent. So right now things has become difficult for them in America, and right now you can see black people, they're just keeping silent, because majority of them also they're asking, where are black people when America economy right now it is crumbling? You know, these people, they have been always used to see when things is going bad in America, they've been always used to see black Americans coming out protesting, putting the government in check. I mean, black Americans, they've been always becoming American saviors. So these people, they've been living knowing that if anything goes bad in America, black people, they will come out, protest, and things will be back to normal. But right now they're not seeing black people coming out and protesting. So right now they've been asking a lot of questions, where are black people? But these people, they're forgetting that black people, they came out and told them that after election they are going to relax, they are going to mind their own businesses. You know, these people, they couldn't believe that black people, they will not come out and protest. See, they thought that black people, they're joking by saying they are going out to relax. So until now, black people, they are still resting, black people, they are relaxing, and they're just watching how these people they will overcome this problem. Because also these problems that right now they are facing, it is not black people who brought this problem, it is them. You know, black people, they try to warn these people to stop vote for DJT, because black people, they saw what it is coming. Black people knew how DJT is going to rule America, because during the first time we saw what DJT did. During his first term, we saw how things it went. So black people, they knew exactly what it is coming. But these people, because of their ignorance, they went ahead and vote for DJT. They leave a woman who she was qualified. They leave Kamala Harris, and we know Kamala Harris, she was qualified. She's the person who understands America more than even DJT. So these people, they ignore, because of they saw Kamala Harris. In fact, first of all, she's a woman, and also she's a black woman. So they ignored, and they didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Instead, they went ahead and vote for a person who has a lot of cases, for a person who is going to destroy their country. So right now you can see they're waking up and realizing that it is them who they've brought all this problem. In fact, they should not come out and start blaming black people. So guys, I just want also to read some of the comments and see what majority of people they have come out and say. This one saying that we are suffering, but we have generational strength from within, planted by years of having too. This one saying that resting, minding our black lives. This one is saying that the ancestors told us to go sit down, and we heard them. Exactly, black ancestors, they told them that go and sit back home, and right now you can see black people, they are following what the ancestor told them. This one saying that your issues are not black Americans' problem. You went in eye wide open. This one saying that you weren't tricked, you agreed. This one is saying that don't you all mean white America is crumbling? Because we know there is a tale of two Americas. Let it fall. This one is saying that we know it's crumbling. Let it crumble. Wait until the starvation and wars that led to nuclear destruction. It's called judgment. Exactly. You know, right now, this America, it is like they are under judgment. You know, this America, right now, God gave them a chance to repent. God gave them a chance to come out and ask for forgiveness, to state black people as also to make America to be equally to all people. But these people, they didn't want that. So you can see right now, the 400 years of black people suffering, it is now coming to an end, and right now it is their payback time. So right now you can see how these people, they are really in crisis. And also this is to remind them that America, it is under judgment, and I've been telling them that God is using DJT to punish white Americans. God is using DJT to punish white Americans. This one saying that many white and other races vote Republicans because they didn't think that it will affect them. You made this mess, so you need to fix it. Black told you what was going to happen if you didn't not vote for democracy. You will ignore it. You hate black, but now you are calling on black to help you. We are not the clean up crew. It's your mess. You will clean it up. Exactly. That is the best response that black people that are sending to these people, because right now they are trying to call black people to help them, but when black people they try to warn them, they didn't listen. So these people, in fact, first of all, these people, they need to learn how to listen to the other people. They need to learn to listen to the black people, because what black people that have been coming out complaining, protesting, it is now happening, and right now you can see it is happening to them, and right now they are realizing that how it is very painful to go through those challenges and problem. So kindly guys, you can also share your thought on the comment section. I'll be reading it on my next video. Thank you so much guys. See you on my next one. Bye bye.